for many couples, the money is there, the assets are there, the numbers jive, but the timing is just slightly off. One couple might have a husband who's ready to retire and a wife who is not quite ready to retire. And that can throw off more than just the plan. There are things that we got to focus on, and we'll do that with this hypothetical case example next. Hey, we're back. It's Rise in Retirement. This is Jet. That's Taco. And we are talking about Tom and Lisa today. Age 66 and 64. Tom's ready. He's ready to step away from work and retire. He's been thinking about it for a while. Lisa, who Tom wants to retire at the same time as him, they want to go together. She's not quite at the same level as Tom.
Yeah.
And we see this all the time.
I'm like sitting here laughing because I see this so often where the spouses aren't on the same page, or one's super nervous.
Mm-hmm. And one's overconfident.
And at the end of the day, it's a real feeling, right? It's you're going from paycheck mode, and in their case, it's a good paycheck coming in. It's comfortable. They're still doing all the things they want to do for the most part.
Yeah.
They don't think about budgeting. They don't think about being on a fixed income. Till all of a sudden that paycheck goes away and we got to start spending down our assets. So
let me flip it on you. I'm going to do the case setup today for you. So I mentioned it. Tom's 66, Lisa's 64. They have $900,000 in savings. It's $620,000 in IRA, $180,000 in a non-qualified brokerage, and $100,000 in Roth IRA.
Okay.
Their goal for spending is about $6,800 a month. That's what floats their boat. $3,300 in Social Security combined, and a $1,400 pension coming in. So that leaves them short about $2,100 a month, which at their $900,000 asset level is a 2.8% withdrawal rate. How's that make you feel?
I feel great.
Very good.
Yeah.
And we mentioned it. Here's the issue. When we look at those numbers, we go, that's green light, right? We got to make a plan. We got to make sure we invest it properly. We got to make sure we're all on the same page, but there's no reason that both Tom and Lisa can't retire right now.
Yeah.
On that case setup. But there are some challenges, and I want you to talk about the first one, and it's really, they're just not quite on the same page. There's a mismatch in retirement timing and comfort level.
Yeah. And, many people, and again, if you're watching this, you think about it. You and your spouse have probably had this conversation. You've probably started laying out the scenario, and then one spouse says, nope, not happening.
I think we should go a couple more years,
Yeah,
Tom.
Exactly. Let's keep saving. Let's see, they have 900,000. We just really want to get over 1 million.
Oh.
We got to get over 1 million before we go, right? And so it's just, at the end of the day, it's this mismatch in retirement timing. They're 66 and 64. You start making excuses for everything. It's, well, Medicare kicks in at 65, so let's go one more year because of healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
He's 66. Well, you can start collecting full retirement age Social Security at 67. So let's just go one more year.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of a sudden, and then 67 comes in 65, and oh, by the way, the employer really likes you, and they would love for you to just stick around for 6 more months.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're
making the hair on my arm raise.
And then the spouse goes, "Yeah, honey, you should just do that too. You
so
like your job."
examples.
So there's just so many examples of this where there's reasons for one spouse to keep going and not just say, "Hey, you know what? We're good. Let's go spend. Let's live our lifestyle and do our thing."
Yep. Another challenge that we run into here is just Social Security claiming strategy.
Yeah.
So, let's just say that the full retirement age for Social Security for them is 67. They're going to both retire if they agree and they do this and they can do it comfortably without any hesitancy, which is what you mentioned. When do you turn Social Security on? Do you turn it on right away? Because we said if they did, it'd be about $3,300 a month.
Right.
Or do you create a bridge strategy?
Yeah.
And something that we can talk about as we go. But I think you have options here. And there is no perfect answer because at the end of the day, and I'll tell this to anyone, Taco, when should I turn Social Security on? My answer is, when you're going to die?
Exactly.
Because if you know when your ticket's going to be punched, I can answer it with a calculator.
Yep.
But it doesn't work that way.
Exactly. Right? So this ties into the last one then, and this is probably the biggest one, is no defined spend down plan. Many times, even in this case, 2.8% withdrawal rate. There's one spouse still in their back of the head, back in the back of their head. They're just reluctant. They think that they may run out of money still.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it just simply takes seeing it. You know, one of the most valuable things that I think that we do here at WA Smith Financial Group. I'm kind of getting ahead with a strategy here, Jeff.
Let's jump into strategies. That was the third one.
Exactly. The third one's not having a plan. So what can you do? Well, it's getting a one-page plan. It's getting a simplified year-by-year breakdown showing exactly what's happening to your assets over the next 30 years in retirement, with the distributions coming out, when to take Social Security, what taxes are being withheld on those distributions, where you're taking them from.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you put in a nice 3, 4, 5%, very conservative growth rate, so you can see that your plan's holding up even in conservative returns. And many times I've seen a spouse that was reluctant go, wait, we go from 900,000 to 1.5 million 30 years from now? How's that happening? Yeah,
they could only envision that their money evaporates because they're withdrawing it.
Correct. But the reality is their 2.8% withdrawal rate, you should still continue to see growth. And sometimes it just takes seeing that on a one-page plan or a year by year.
Yeah. A couple other strategies. I mean, and that's the gist of this one. I mean, this is a very simple case, but it's a very real dilemma that we see people struggle with.
Yeah.
Is that Tom, in this case, he's ready. He looks at the numbers. He sees 2.8%. He thinks the same thing we do. Like, well, what's holding us back? And Lisa sees it, and she's got some sort of confusion in there or worry that it's not enough. And it's fair. That's a fair statement to have. Maybe she's super risk averse. Maybe she's very conservative. Another couple of things, like they need to clarify their shared goals, because what I've noticed, and I'm not a psychologist, although sometimes in my meetings I feel like one.
Yeah.
But Tom and Lisa might be talking about and thinking about retirement with two different visions in mind that they haven't shared with one another. So Lisa could be concerned about something else, and that's compounding into her concern about, well, is there enough money there? You know, Tom might go, hey, I want to retire so I can do this, and this. Lisa might have a different vision for that. They've worked for the last 30 plus years. They haven't had every day is Saturday mentality together. What's that going to be like?
Yeah.
Right. So that's a challenge that I think on the psychological side that a good advisor could potentially help them work through so that they get on the same page and can make this decision.
Yeah. Yep. They're in a spot to just be more comprehensive with their planning. It's, we talk Roth conversions, we talk taxes on here a lot, right? So start looking at that stuff now ahead of required minimum distribution ages. Start looking at your healthcare options, long-term care, if that's going to be something that you may need, legacy planning, estate planning. They really have the time still to be able to really put together a nice comprehensive plan.
I think what it boils down to, and I can limit it all to this, I think in this case, there's a good chance that either Tom and or Lisa have some sort of feeling of being overwhelmed with this decision. There's a lot that goes into it, even with good numbers, even with good projections, like a 2.8% withdrawal rate. If that's you, if you're looking at this, you and your spouse, you by yourself, and you're feeling overwhelmed, you think it's there, but you're just concerned that you're missing something, you should go to riseandretirement.com, schedule a call with one of the advisors on our team, walk through your scenario, let us give you a red light, yellow light, green light, and tell you.
Get a one-page plan, get a year by year, see your situation play out.
riseandretirement.com, free guides, free resources, but get that 30-minute call. We'd be happy to chat with you, and we'll see you next time.